Well, that does it here from Charlotte. Syracuse falls to Duke in the semifinals of the ACC tournament, 18-13. I'm Adam Gotkin. That's Sam Corcoran. And Sam, this all started in the first quarter when SU went down 9-2 to start this game. Will Mark gets pulled. I think a lot of people were expecting maybe a slow start. Syracuse hasn't played in 2 weeks, but I don't think anyone was expecting that.
Slow is an understatement. This was a catastrophic start for Syracuse. They didn't have possession until the 5th minute of the game. So overall, just a dismal start. 3 for 12 on faceoffs. After the game, Coach Skate says game reps are different from practice reps for faceoff. It's a lot different. That definitely played a huge effect. And ultimately, they got Will Mark pulled from the game. Just too much work on him. You got to make sure that you're getting enough work, getting the right reps to get prepared for the NCAA tournament. Not today for Will Mark.
And it was crazy, too, because Will Mark starts the game with 2 really good saves, and then after that, he just couldn't figure it out. Just great shots by Duke. I do think that was a part of that. Duke was shooting the ball really well.
Duke's offense plays significantly better than the last game.
Oh, absolutely, when they scored just 4 goals. Syracuse, on the other hand, the offense just really didn't have it today. Jake Stevens had a hat trick, as did Joey Spallina, but Owen Hiltz nowhere to be seen. No goals for him, no goals for Finn Thompson, no goals for Michael Leo. I think that if those three are held scoreless in a game, Syracuse has really no chance to win. Those are 3 of your main goal scorers, and just none of them could get it going today.
It was a lot different. It was a very different offensive game plan. We saw Joey Spallina take a lot of the shots today. He's usually the team player. That's something that we usually don't see him do, is score. Meanwhile, he's feeding to Michael Leo, Finn Thompson, Owen Hiltz, just to name a few guys. Christian Muley as well was held scoreless throughout the game. So definitely a different offensive approach. Didn't really work for Syracuse. It did help them creep back into this game, but just too little, too late.
Yeah, I think a big part of that different offensive approach is that Syracuse went down so much. There were times when I felt like Spallina and some other guys were just forcing it. We haven't seen that much of that from the Syracuse team recently, of just forcing shots, but that was the case today, and some of that youth, some of that frustration. But if there is one thing that I think really does stand out from the end of the game, it's that Syracuse never gave up. To not lose this game by more than 10 goals was impressive after going down 9-2 to start. Are you concerned? I don't think I am about this because, we look at some of the other games, we look at some of the other conference tournaments. I mean, Virginia got blown out here earlier today. Johns Hopkins loses in the Big Ten. Denver loses in the Big East. So there are a lot of great teams losing. Hopkins and Denver lost to bad squads. So I think Syracuse is going to be just okay.
I think they're going to be fine. They should be a tournament team. Duke's one of the best teams in the nation, Adam. You have to remember that. And the fact that Syracuse showed no quit today, they also showed no quit a few weeks ago against Notre Dame. This team will not give up. When they're up, they try to protect the lead as best as they can, and they usually succeed at that. They've been succeeding a lot more recently. They showed no quit against Virginia last week, and they showed no quit today against Duke. I'm not concerned. This is still a tournament team and should win a tournament game in my eyes.
Oh, absolutely a tournament team, and absolutely a team that should win a tournament game. It's going to be interesting to see where the Orange are seated because, again, Denver and Hopkins both lost, but so did Syracuse. You imagine maybe Duke jumped some. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. The selection show is Sunday at 9:30. We'll have you covered for that. We'll have you covered for the entire NCAA tournament run, so make sure to follow us on Twitter at CitrusTV Sports for everything that you need to know about Syracuse men's lacrosse.